Welcome back. Welcome back to the Olga S. Pérez Show. I'm Olga, your host. How you doing? How you doing? So glad to be here again today, but I've been conflicted because there's so many things I want to talk about. And I'm on a 1 hour schedule. So I'm going to tell you straight up, Kanye. Because I've been saying I was going to get into it. Again. And I'm still not even finished putting together a whole, series of things that I want to point out, chew on about Alex Jones. Again, when I'm talking about these people, it's about us. Whoever I choose, whatever story I choose, whatever point or issue that's going on, it's because it's about us. Okay? Like when I did the Taylor Swift the other day, I specifically was pointing out what it says, what it means, how it affects us. In many ways, right? But it's not about, she just dropped a song and let's do a reaction. And no. Although now I'm doing reaction videos based on you guys and your wonderful, loving comments and support. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Keep your comments coming. You know they are my fuel. I will read them and I will respond. Thank you for liking, for subscribing. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the notification bell. Because even when, there's no guarantee. And if you don't see me here, the links are below for other platforms like Rumble, which I will be doing. I'm planning on doing live streaming like halfway here, like 30 minutes here in the intro, and then finishing it over at Rumble so I can really tell you how I really think. But we can get the party started here. You know what I mean? That way, for those who don't know me, come on over. Welcome. So, before I get started, well, you know what? No, it's too late. I went off. I had a little intro ready. Just a pause. Let's see who's already here. Who's already here in the comments? No. Make sure if you're watching this live to leave a comment. I will read them, whether it's midway or by the end of the live stream. So yeah, so it's going to be about Kanye, and it's going to be about Dylan. Ring a bell? What do you guys think about that? The trans now activist supposedly. I'm this is just ridiculous. I'm telling you straight up. Like, I don't know why when people say clown world, it's definitely clown world, but at the same time, it's set up to be that way, to do that. So when people say, oh, this is the new normal, or this is the new way, I'm just going, why? Because it keeps happening? Why isn't that we're not speaking louder? Why isn't that we're not the counterpoint to it? Why is it that, like, the majority, I'm sure, is like, okay, enough of this nonsense. Let's go on. Let's move on with our lives. Like, what's happening overseas? Like, when I looked at today, what's trending, especially on YouTube, what's trending, and some of the videos that are trending, I'm going, oh my God, maybe people are just so oversaturated. They just don't want to deal with reality. And I get it, because maybe at the same time, you feel like, what am I going to do about it? But I say it every time. Our consumption, what we consume, is everything. What we don't consume matters. So figure out, because it's all related. They're all attached to each other, like the Taylor Swift thing. So she never wanted to talk about politics. Okay, maybe she was too young, and she's being smart. She's being well advised. Plus, she's thinking, "Hey, I'm a musician." But now, of course, maybe the pressure's on. She's got so many millions of followers. She's a big influence. So now she spoke out, and she's taken a side, right? Made it public. So you have to wonder, like, how how is it not? How is it not where these people's opinions come from somewhere else? You understand? Not from themselves. It's not. It's not. And I mean, just yesterday, I was in a situation. I was at someone's office, and I with a client of mine, and I asked about a situation, and I said, why are you guys doing this? Specifically, wearing masks. Okay, and they were like, "Look, I've done everything possible, talking to all the bosses, you name it." And I'm just getting to the point that they're like, "But at the end of the day, I was told if you want to keep your job, and this is just a regular person. Imagine people in office. Imagine people in the public sphere. I hope that people stop making celebrities seem so important. Again, if you don't consume, and I'm not saying cancel anybody, but you have so much power. I have so much power. Just like the fact that I don't watch cable television and I'm usually in a better mood. I mean, not usually, I'm always in a better mood. Like somebody's got to come and ruffle my feathers. But even so, I'll get over it quick because life is too short. I've already learned that aspect. But yeah, here I'd spent all morning, guys, preparing bits of Kanye West. And it's like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't get it all in an hour. Not unless I make a video with all the pieces. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time. But I figure, you know what? I just want to say my 2 cents about Kanye and about how the media and the world is reacting. Specifically, Ben Shapiro. Don't think there's a lot of people that are going to say what I'm about to say. So I know. I'm like, so yeah, it's going to be about Kanye. And it's going to be about this Dylan dude that went to the White House and how I mean, as a woman, I don't care what group you belong to. I don't care if you're a minority or not. I'm a minority in some places, in other places I'm not. Has anybody ever thought about that? Does anybody ever say that? No, never. And I'm telling you, Kanye, I'm tired of also everyone calling him bipolar, his issues. And I'm going to be here right now with you live today that what he's saying, if it had anything to do with being bipolar, what if you weren't bipolar? Would you not say the same thing? Could you not say the same thing? How many people think the same way and don't say it? No. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to be part of this world where we go way crazier than 1984 George Orwell bullshit. Okay? Not doing it. Especially when I spent the last 2 decades helping people deal with reality so they can be happier. You see what I'm saying? So this is where I'm getting at right here. Enough of this canceling. Stop it. I just got this other guy, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have time to squeeze him in. Rikieta, I think it was, and he's a lawyer, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he just got canceled, or he was deleted for like 2 weeks. Like, And again, I'm not defending him because I know him and I like him and I watch his show. It's just, I'm telling you, I don't hear anybody else talking about the fact that this is bullying. Canceling people is bullying to the worst degree because you're trying to ruin someone's life. You're not just picking on them because of their weight or their looks or their skin or whatever the fuck. How am I not going to get fired up? I hope you guys are liking this because it's not like I came fired up today. I was just, I was actually very calm, and that's matter of fact, I didn't start when I wanted to start because you know what, I wasn't rushing. I really needed to make sure that I was completely present for you guys, but just trying to pick apart to make sure that I was highlighting things that no one else is. That I think is the golden nuggets, not because of my insight, but no one else is saying it. Everybody's afraid to say anything. Why? I mean, like I said, I don't want to get censored on this platform, so I'll use some, you know, some, oh my God, I keep seeing incognito in my head, but that's not what I'm trying to say, right? Code word, right? Code words. I'm going to take a pause because I don't know what just got into me, but like totally sidetracked because it's time to see who's in the chat. Hey, Nightmare, hello. Welcome. Hey, William Grissom, I made it, fam! Exclamation, love it. Hey, Knees Joe. Ole, ole, it's Olga S. Perez. I like that one. Oh my God. Hashtag, I like you, William. Hashtag Olga S. Perez for president. Hey, welcome, Chucky. How you doing? Enjoy today's 3-hour special. Laugh out loud. Hello, fam. Wink. Love it. Yeah. Riquetta Law. Right. Thank you, Chucky. It's killing. I know. So, I just figured I don't have enough subscribers yet. But yo, thank you guys for helping me get there. I'm getting close. I'm about like 780 or something like that right now as of today. But again, like I appreciate every single one, but I find it hard to believe like 1 or 2 every other day or something. Better than nothing, right? Better than having people like unsubscribe. But if we're going to beat this cultural war, and what I mean by cultural war is one of the things that made America the greatest is the diversity. We didn't need it to be shoved down each other's throat. If you liked Italian or you liked Japanese food or Chinese, hey, where do you want to go to dinner tonight? Right. And you go to these places. Same thing with bars. You want to go to a club or you want to see a live band, like rock and roll? Like, you know what I'm saying? Enough of this shit. And then when we see somebody getting picked on or beaten up on the street because of like the elders in New York, in center cities, all of a sudden, the easy targets. You know what I mean? Like what happened with people defending the elder or just standing by, like the woman in Philadelphia getting raped in a subway while everybody was watching. I can't even speak right now. Yeah. So, I was actually trying to find this piece. So yeah, as you can see, I don't know. It's been like 2 days since I did a live stream. I feel like it's been a week. I feel very off today. Maybe because nobody was in the live like right when I started and I got used to that. See, I feed off your energy. All right, so I'm going to screen share. Obviously, what's the latest, right? So what's the latest with the whole Kanye thing? And again, there's people dying over, between Ukraine and Russia with this dirty bomb thing. And I'm like, do I want to get into that? Do I want to start talking? I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a way of saying, a way of getting people to be like, what's really important, right? What's real worth talking about? And for me, Kanye. So here you go, right? The latest. This is Rolling Stone, of course, the most fair and accurate of the internet, as far as like magazines and news. But it's all right. I'm going to share it anyway because it gets the point. They're all talking about the same thing. Donda Sports crumbles. 2, Aaron Donald, Jaylen Brown leave Kanye West's agency. The recent comments and displays of hate and anti-Semitism are the exact opposite of how we choose to live our lives and raise our children, the Los Angeles Rams football player wrote in a statement. Not to get religious, but he who asked no stone, may he cast the first stone. You're going to tell me that they are saints? That they never talk bad about anybody, insult them, have any prejudice, racism in any way? It's bullshit. Everybody, we could even talk about how I have a friend of mine who's like, I can't stand Geminis. You know what I mean? Like, some people don't even like certain signs and are totally prejudiced, racist, whatever you want to call it, against them. You get it? We're going to be penalized for not liking something? Look, as long as you're not hurting people, you're not out there advocating to hurt people. And again, you can't have an opinion? You can't have feelings? No, you're supposed to be quiet with your feelings. Again, like that's really helped our society when most people are on mental medication more than ever, especially children and teenagers. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. A baby needs to fall down. It needs to figure shit out. It needs to get burned. You know what I mean? Figure it out. You could say it all you want. This is so ridiculous. And you know what's even more ridiculous? When I'm on a platform like this and it sounds like I'm one-sided and all of a sudden I'm going to be judged based on this one comment or one way of looking at this. Guys, we can dissect this. I can do this all day long. So before you come at me, before you get offended, come and ask me to clarify or say something that's not your emotion. I might sound like emotional, but I'm not. I'm very passionate and I'm really into this. But I'm not emotional about this. It doesn't bother me a bit. He doesn't offend me. He doesn't pay my bills. I mean, he's not. It doesn't matter who he is. Could be my neighbor talking this shit. Who cares? Who cares? I'd be like, look, dude, I could think he's an idiot. Maybe I agree with him. What? I mean, I know. I feel like I'm making no sense, but here goes the rest of the article. The only two known athletes signed to Kanye West's Donda Sports Agency terminated their partnership with the rapper over his heinous, hope I said that right, anti-Semitic comments. Now, let's push pause there for a second. You know what? I actually meant to share. I'm going to share, where am I? I'm going to share the entire window because I got all these tabs open. Specifically, I'm sorry about that. What's gonna do that? Okay, now why is it doing that? Oh, that's weird. Oh, look, guys, you can see the comments, but that's weird. Why can't I? Window? No. Why is it not? I know, guys. You're like, she's still not getting it. Dude, sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, let me, let's crack down. As you know that I love to use words because, English is my third language. But besides that, I had issues with people understanding me. I had to learn how to speak better. And, I still make mistakes and I still say things wrong and that's okay. But if I say the wrong word for something, it's literally because I'm switching words. But I know when I use a word, what it means. Even if I say the wrong word. Get it? You follow me? If you're new to my channel, you might have a situation. It might take you a second. But if you've been here before, you've seen me do it. Now, anti-Semitic. Let's see. Well, you guys can probably see it better this way, right? Oh, was that too big, guys? Just want to make sure you can see it clearly. Look at that. The definition of anti-Semitic. This is in the Webster, right? Webster. Yeah, Merriam-Webster. You got it. What's it say? Relating to or characterize towards or discrimination against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. Okay. Showing hostility, anti-Semitism. Feeling or showing hostility toward discrimination against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. Now, if we break down what Kanye said, and by the way, just because Miriam says this, I'm still not buying this whole thing. I'll tell you why, because they keep changing the definitions whenever it's convenient for them. And I'm glad how he has that there's a or, and, or. So you can really use this any way you want. How is that a definition? That's just one way to look at it, or the way I'm looking at it right here. Again, you can't penalize me because this is the way I see something. If I see it that way, I see it that way. If I'm colorblind, I'm colorblind. You're going to penalize me because I'm colorblind? I'm just saying, okay? We all see different things. It's like beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? You're going to penalize me because I like a certain look and you don't? Shut up, Okay? You need a life. You need a life. And you know what? Go do something nice for somebody that needs something. Please. Other than yourself. I swear to you, it will help you with this canceling bullshit. If you're part of that whole, let's, pitchforks and torches and shit. Okay. Now, cultural, racial, ethnic group. Against Jews as a cultural, racial, or ethnic group. So is anti-Semitic a bad thing? Because are you not allowed to have feelings? So you can have the feeling, but don't tell me you have feelings about it. So you want me to be fake. How many times do we go through this, guys? How many times do I say this in all these subjects about the culture war happening right now? So you want me to think about cheating on you, but as long as I don't tell you, that's okay. Okay. But that's different. That's like your personal life where you don't want to create a fight with someone you're living with, for example, right? If you're married. But I can't say how I feel about a culture. I can't say how I feel about a race. Now, very different. They're acting like, in this article, which of course Ben Shapiro went down that road, which we're going to get at in a second, heinous. First of all, why do you, heinous, whatever. Why that adjective? Why was it, how is it heinous? Again, forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right. But how is it heinous when, let's see. Do you guys see that? Okay. I really am trying to show you guys the whole window, but then, God, I wonder if I have to start this whole thing. Because when I do that, right, you guys see, like, what is that? I know, it's not funny. It's like, get to it. Okay. So, you know what? Here we go. Let's give it to Anomaly. God bless him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's really smart. Nice, good artist too. I think he's creative. But anyway, I wanted to find the actual footage of right here of Ben, and I couldn't find him. Like, where is it? So I was like, you know what? That's all right. I got no problem supporting Anomaly. And matter of fact, not only that, I thank you, Anomaly, that you did this footage so that I can also comment and share on it. I appreciate that. So, what's he say over here? Yeah. What a Wednesday, huh? What a hump day Wednesday for me right now.
Bro, there's no other way than to think how you think.
West anti.
Okay.
Let's watch a few larger clips of what he said.
There is another Kanye West anti-Semitism story because he's just doing interviews apparently day after day, just ripping on the Jews. There's no way to put this except to say that what Kanye West has been saying
on the Jews. Did he not say he just feels that there's a certain group that is in charge? I mean, I was actually looking also for that specific clip, which I think is right in the beginning of this clip as well. Okay. So just to refresh our memories, because I didn't think you guys wanted me to play this over again. But just in case, to refresh people's memories.
We are a sophisticated people that have to look in and be willing to challenge things, not just take what the media has fed us.
What's wrong with that?
The interview we had was amazing. What's the exact thing I was saying? I said the Jewish media controls so many things. It's not all the Jewish people.
How is that anti-Semitic? That does not fall in to the definition. I don't care. I don't care. I've watched so many clips. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Let's see. Oh, God. You know what? Let me go back to this because it is. I did want to go finish.
But there's specifically
Little Ben Shapiro, and even
way to read it. End of story. That's all there.
no other way to read this.
There's just no other way to put it. There's no other way to read it. End of story. That's all there is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What a wuss. Not that I follow him. Never disliked him. I thought he's very well spoken. I think he's kind of like a prodigy type of person. He's very smart. He's talented. He's also a musician, plays instruments. I mean, the guy can speak really fast. Like, there's a lot of things that no wonder he is what he is, and he's got his millions of followers. But at the same time, he's still young. See how it's the same thing I see with Candace Owens and AOC. Like, everyone's made them to be like they're these experts. They're just people with opinions, just like anybody else. But they're still young and dumb, and you can tell in how they react to a lot of things, on what they side with, what they don't side with. That's my issue here. Because everyone wants to like, well, I'm right and you're wrong. And that's why there's continuous division and stupid shit. And that's why the whole canceling. If everybody just stuck together and just acted like adults, mature adults, and anybody reporting someone, no one would be canceled if they really weren't doing something heinous. Funny, I use that word.
You wouldn't debate me on it, Ben Shapiro. There's no other way than to think how you think. Of course. Let's watch
Anti-Semitism story because he's just doing interviews apparently day after day, just ripping on the Jews.
Ripping on the Jews. You guys just saw that clip. Like I said, I can go on every word. But this is bullshit. He's acting jealous. He's acting, I don't know what. I don't know if he's trying to show off to a certain community. The guy who also talks about the bullshit with all the cancel culture? Like, oh, but now because you're Jewish? Dude, what are you saying? I can't even say your name? I can't even say your word? Like, I'm telling you, even if I'm on the street or I'm at a bar or wherever I'm at a restaurant, if I say something about a Jewish person, my friends are like, shh. Like, why? Why? That's the fucking problem, people. Do you want to be acknowledged? And I should be able to say Spaniard, Jewish, black, whatever, Asian, African American. I don't care. I should be able to say it. People of color, POC. Fuck and forget and stop with the political correctness. It's never going to end. You're never going to find the right word. It's always going to be constantly changing and evolving. So the only way to stop the idiocracy of this is to go, oh, the word exists and I have a mouth and words are to be used with the mouth. Yeah, hey, come on. Really is that simple. What's the other one? Let me see the other one. Where's the other one? Let's see. Where's the other clip? I'm so pissed, guys, because I wanted to be able to share the entire screen so I can just go tab, 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 right? So I apologize, and I thank you for your patience. Much love, because that's what I'm saying here. If these people had real love in their heart and their soul, they wouldn't be playing these games. They all sell out. Every single one, they're sold out. Oh, and they just say what they think other people want them to say, blah, 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 blah. Oh, how about this part? Okay, let's see. Wait. Ha. I like this part too, that anomaly. Look at that. Andy Cohen. Yes, I am a racist, exclamation. I hate white people. That was a tweet from 2016. Okay. All right. What's he look like to you? We shouldn't even be giving these people any attention whatsoever. Oh my God. No, I closed the wrong tab. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't be going down this rabbit hole today because I was fine, and I don't know why. Like, all of a sudden, I feel like I'm one of those ice skaters that falls down and then can't really get back up, like, can't get it back together. But this is so important, guys. This is so important.
NFL and for professional music and
All right.
I'll say
and
that.
said
Here's a little clip from
millions
Piers
of
Morgan in
don't care.
Yeah,
Church,
no, yeah, let me explain to you. I'm not doubting what
you
you're
don't
saying.
care.
I do care.
You don't care about me. You don't care about my people. I care about me. I care about my people. So it's for me to stand up. And God forbid I step on someone's toes while I'm at it.
It's not someone's toes. You stepped on the entire Jewish people's toes.
See?
With a very deep...
Now, we already know he's also Mr. Sensational Chaser, like ambulance chaser, okay? Like, again, he just wants to be like, oh, I want to kiss this community's ass, because of what? Money. Man, talk about, Project Veritas and when he's doing all those hidden camera and getting people to spill the beans, like to tell the truth. Same thing. If I had a hidden camera and I'm talking to Piers Morgan, I guarantee you he would be saying completely different things behind the curtains. 100%. 100%. And if I have my way, I'm gonna do this. I am. Or at the very least, not necessarily a hidden camera, but right there. Here, Piers Morgan. Here's Kanye. Here's me. All right, Kanye. I heard you now. Piers, tell me you've never said anything bad about any group of people. Ever. Jesus. So it's just, what is this? Just a pure distraction? The whole world ends? The most important thing in the world now is what Kanye says? That he's not saying, let's go hurt this group of people. Let's go after them.
Which I think you've now accepted. You shouldn't have phrased that way. It's taken a bit of time to get there, but I think you...
And I'll be honest with you. Look at this guy. Look at Kanye's body language in this interview. I feel like he's hurt. So his feelings don't count. That's the other thing.
Accepted that, right?
And I'm not defending him. I'm not pro Kanye. I'm not against Kanye. I'm feeling him. I'm feeling him as a human being. I'm feeling this guy, Piers Morgan, as a human being. That's what I'm feeling. You gonna tell me I have to brainwash myself? Wait till we get into the activists at the White House, because that's the thing I'm getting at. Making people feel like they can't be themselves is what you're doing. The same thing you apparently, all you culture warriors out there, the PC police and shit, you're doing the exact thing that you're saying not to do, that we shouldn't do, that makes you better.
Have you accepted that you've put no effort into understanding how I got there?
Does he sound irrational to you? Does he sound like he's having a bipolar episode?
I don't think, honestly,
10 years from now.
Honestly, I don't think there is any...
You're going to apologize to me about this interview.
I'm not.
You're going to apologize to me about this interview.
He's a liar. Even when he said I'm not, the way he blinked, he's lying. What a fucking... When I'm trying to find a nicer word for loser pussy, like, what's a nice word of a weak...
Interview within the next...
No character.
To me about this interview.
I'm not.
You're going to apologize to me about this interview within the
You
next
look like a
10 years.
freaking 5-year-old.
Because here's the thing.
Piers.
Mark my words.
I don't doubt you've had...
Wow, yeah. You're very manly, very convincing. Yeah, you're very... You got all this authority. This guy's... At least Kanye's acting like a natural.
One-sided.
No,
like a real person.
It's very white.
And he's getting attacked. So God... From all these people, he's on his own. He's getting dropped. He's losing everything. Who's the bad guy?
Sided.
Oh, come
it's
on.
Very one-sided. It's very like...
It's not white-sided. I'm not doubting you've had business issues. I'm saying the way to respond to that is not to go public to millions of people and say you're going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
Millions of people... Right. Millions of people have had DEFCON 3 on their contracts.
Right. You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
And said millions of people. I opened it up.
And then Piers is not saying that that's a lie. Get that? Did you notice that?
You didn't say that.
I've had DEFCON 3 on their contracts.
Right. You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
And said millions of people. Well, I opened it up. Now I didn't, but now I'm saying it now.
Okay. So now what I think you should say, I think you should say to the Jewish people, I'm sorry for the offensive language I used in that.
Guys, honestly, did I miss something here? I don't see the offensive language. If I missed it, forgive me. Please show it to me. Put the link, comment, let me know. I've been looking all over the place. I could totally have missed something here. But at the end of the day, so what?
Tweet. I wouldn't do that again. This is what I really meant. I think people would respect you if you said that.
They wouldn't even be interviewing him if he was so horrible. They wouldn't be. Like if he was a terrorist.
That.
You know when I'll say it? When I sit down with the people who write out the contracts for the NBA and for the NFL and for professional music, and for acting contracts. We need to go to the top lawyers, the top execs, the owners of the stadiums, the owners of the football teams, and the owners of the record labels. And we're going to put them all in one room. And we're going to read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's
contract.
Why would any of that?
Why would any of that?
Bro, I ain't finished. I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Cool. Bro, I was in the middle of a sentence, boy. Okay, so are you going to allow me to finish my sentence?
Yes. If you then answer my question.
Okay, so I'm going to tell people when...
I told you he was having feelings. He's showing it right now again. He's showing he's having feelings. But he's not supposed to have feelings. And if he does, he's supposed to shut them up. Because that's healthier. Never has it ever been true that works.
I would apologize for the tweet. This is what has to happen first. I need all of the top executives in Hollywood. I need the top executives at the NBA and at the NFL. We'll do those two sports specifically. And I want the top executives in music, dealing with publishing, dealing with like Spotify and Apple Music and Universal Music and all the top let's do like 5 top execs there. And I want to look at the top 10 earners in each one of those fields' contracts openly. We want to compare and contrast the contracts. And then once we open that conversation, and we need to do it on a platform live with lawyers asking questions, and we'll have the top lawyers like a Johnny Cochran, Robert Kardashian level legal team, looking at all of these contracts together. After that moment happens, then I will say, I'm sorry.
Okay, if that's your position.
That's clear. Interview adjourned. Love you.
I think it's hilarious. Now I wonder if the internet's really going nuts over this. No. I mean, he's everywhere, right? Another person cancel him. Another thing is wrong. Another. Brilliant in many ways. But at the end of the day, no. Let's look real quick before I go into the Lex and what Lex has to say. Well, you know what? No. Let me finish up with Kanye. No. Okay. I keep changing my mind. Okay. Here's a little clip from Kanye West. Yay, and quote with Lex Fridman.
Parlor and engineering, because I'm interested about that.
Dum 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 dum.
Hey man, I'm actually trying to hold it together. You're pretty offensive towards a lot, and
I'm not looking to be offensive. I really want to bring people together and get these sales done.
But the word, 100%, I see your vision.
How do we do that?
But somebody you care don't say Jewish media and Jewish.
Again, don't say Jewish media. Okay, so we don't say, so again, we all got to figure out what you can say and not say. And it changes all the time. So if you're going to, if that's going to be the rule, then you got to let somebody be like, oh, okay. All right, I'll know not to do this for the next time. Done. And you'll give the person a chance. You give a warning. But no, that's not what ever happens. That's not how we're all reacting right now. And I don't and again, I don't really watch Lex. I know of him. I've seen some of his episodes and whatnot. But again, to me, people are showing their true colors with this one. The people that have all these followers, where is their character? All the reasons we like them, we think we're so cool because they're having all these interviews and they seem like they have a level head. What's this? What is this? Is it not your character that matters more than anything? Not your money, not your followers. And not whether you have good guests and whatnot. Your character. And to me, again, here's to me is another weak person, another young who has a weak character. Look at his body language. And again, I'd love to interview him, and I'd love to tell him this in his face. I will tell you in your face.
We do.
100%.
Somebody you care. Don't say Jewish media.
He's looking down while he says that. And he says, don't say. Oh, who likes to be told what to do? And does Kanye look like it? I know I'm not one of those people. You know what I mean? And even if he is trying to say it kind of nice, like, well, don't say. Your body language is saying that's a no-no. Not necessarily that you shouldn't say it, but like we get in trouble for that. But the worst part is that what he's really thinking is not what he's saying, but his body language is. It's, you know, I'm being listened to. I gotta perform. And then another bigger ignorant thing that comes out of his mouth.
And Jewish controlled media.
JM.
He's being a smartass, but it's kind of witty. JM, got it. Okay.
Like, man, you sound like it sounds too much like 1930s Nazi Germany.
How's that 1930s Nazi Germany? How is that? I get it. Where the whole argument there was that these people, the Jewish people, were the reason for all their problems, and they had all these businesses and influence. Yes, I get that. But I'm not feeling that's what he's really getting at.
Germany that was leading up to the atrocities.
Oh, he
saying it, but the thing is, here's the thing. Is it a fact? Are most of these businesses ran by this group of people? Is it or not? No one's mentioning this. Why not just say, hey, by the way, you're wrong if he's wrong?
would say JM?
Yeah, he was branded JM.
Again, why are these independent media YouTubers starting to look just like mainstream media? And they just all repeat each other.
That's right. No.
Yet they judge MSM, especially people like CNN or organizations like CNN, and how they're all liars and they all get paid and it's all propaganda. And that, of course, they're being told what to say or not say. Why aren't the YouTubers saying something better? Like, they're all saying the same thing. And they're really just making an accusation and they're just sticking by it. Because why? Because you want to... I get wanting to be on the right side of history. Listen, I got Jewish roots in me myself. It doesn't matter. If guys, I'll go down to the rabbit hole where when I used to be a server, there was a restaurant in New Jersey that I worked in, and the majority of the clients were Jewish, and they would tell me all the time, and they were proud and loud, and I loved them, and they loved me. In fact, they thought I was 100% Jewish. At the very least, you know, they would ask me if I was, I'm probably going to mess it up again, gentile, something, I know, but you get me. And it's funny because they loved the way I treated them. I spoiled them. I treated them like royalty because they were really good. They were funny. They were awesome. I felt so natural with them. I felt like I had a kinship with them, and they felt the same way with me. And it's so funny because I would have stories like, Aga, they'd say, Aga, I got a son. He's going to be a doctor. His name is Joshua. You should marry him. He's a great catch, honey, and you're so beautiful. By the way, who does your makeup? Estee Lord, is that what you put on your face? Oh my God, it looks so good. Like, and we would have a ball, and I would spoil them, and they would be like, okay, you know, I like my coffee, right? You know, a lot of them were moved down here, retired to Jersey from like New York. I mean, wonderful experiences I've had. But I could tell you there's stereotypes. What am I not supposed to say? The stereotypes? What? Of my own people even? Spaniards? I mean, ay, Dios mío, Dios mío.
No, it's just the implied, like this memeified prejudice towards a group in a way that's going to lead to hate. And I know you don't mean that. I know
Okay, I'm glad he said that. I know you don't mean that. Thank you.
know you have love in your heart. That's
You know
what I'm
what's
trying
the,
to
you know
like.
what's the prejudice towards a group that led to hate? BLM. BLM took a black person, showed his death on camera because, okay, there are examples of us being killed and being killed on camera. But if it was spread on camera, it was done on purpose by the media, because 14, 20 kids get killed in Chicago every week, and it's not spread that much. They, like you said,
We can go on and on. I'm glad everyone's interviewing him. I wish they were more focused on what really matters and what we all need versus themselves. And Kanye, I don't have to agree with him. He's a human being with feelings and thoughts, and he's going to have them. And nobody can stop anybody. They can make you shut your mouth, but you're still going to think it. That doesn't solve the problem, does it? And in fact, we know that when we keep things in the closet, they get worse. And people lash out. Again, when the road to hell was paved with good intentions, free speech is free speech. And I do not believe, like I said, the clip where he is being hateful and prove that he's wrong. Like, why aren't they coming up with this? Because there's a reason. And I'm pro everybody. I love everybody. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what's your background, what's your color, sex. I don't care, including the trans, which is a perfect time to segue to the reason why I'm having an issue was that, again, you're just killing me over here, because to be accepted and to make everybody inclusive is one thing, and to literally mock and insult someone's intelligence and to make them go crazy and be gaslighting. This is how I'm seeing this. That what I am going to share again, just like with the Kanye, this is not political. It might seem political because this trans person who went to the White House and spoke with Biden, it's going to seem like, oh, it's not. I'm not getting political here. Now, let me screen share. And I'm gonna wrap it with this one. So here's the article, Daily Mail, right? Biden welcomes trans TikTok to the Oval Office after she sparked because that's politically correct. But what's the truth? Okay, no problem. It's all right. That's what you want me to call you? No problem. Sparked controversy for saying she will, in capital letters, be a mom one day. Yeah, you can be an adoptive mother. A regular biological female can do that too, and a biological male can do that too. You don't have to be trans to be a mother or a father or a parent. But okay. Like, I mean, to me, it's like, this is not intelligence. This is just like little kids talking. Like, so what? Why is this on the Daily Mail? Why is Biden doing it? Because they're fucking sick. That's the only question. This is not even about politics. This is literally like, let's just mess up. Now, good for this person. But what's funny, before she even came to the White House, before they even came, this Dylan Mulvaney, I remember seeing a TikTok of them in the woods. And I mentioned this in my other lives. As a matter of fact, I believe I mentioned in the last live that I was going to be talking about it more in depth today. That I was just like, whatever, dude. These people, whatever. They're just getting TikTok followers. You know, this is just for fun. And they're in their own little world. And if I think they're delusional or not, or whether I think they're delusional or not is irrelevant. They're having fun. Good for them. They're having millions of followers that are being entertained by it or whatever, or they're supporting it. That's fine. I don't care. You do you. I do me. No problem, right? But at the same time, I'm going, she's really documenting that they're having this girl experience. And so before it even became a thing, I actually saw the Frolicking in the Woods, which I just closed by accident. Okay, got it back. Okay. Let me share this if you guys didn't see it. Can you guys even hear that without me even sharing? Let me see. So here's Dylan's TikTok page, and this is the one I saw just by accident, like it just popped in my feed. So again, and I don't. It's because TikTok wanted me to see it. So.
Day 66, being a girl, and today I'm in nature. Trees, I love them. Water, lakes, I love them. Heels, they're my hiking heels. I love them. Okay, come on.
What? What girl does that? What girl's ever done that? Unless we're having fun, like meaning I'll do that like I'm being like goofy and I'm trying to make people laugh.
Bridges, love them.
But this is my girl journey.
Coconut water.
No,
love
it's your
it.
trans
Not
girl
mad,
journey.
love it.
I get that.
Wind
And look, he
turbine,
says day 66.
love it.
Day
Meadows,
66
love 'em.
in nature girl #trans. I'm thinking he's having fun. He's just having some fun times, you know.
I'm scared of getting
And
Lyme
then
disease.
next thing you know, it's everyone's showing this like a couple weeks later. And I was like, really? Because I was just like, whatever. Like, people like watching this. That's the only thing it said to me. That's it. Good for you. Live your life. Then, when people start sharing this, and I'm like, oh, you guys just picked up on that? Okay. But then, it's the White House? So, yeah. So, there's that one little clip. It's just, I'm thinking this has got to be just for show. But no. They're really going to laugh at us even more. And this is for no reason to hate anybody trans. I'm not bashing on trans. I'm just saying, of all people, why couldn't they have somebody that's been trafficked at the border speak at the White House and how that's an issue? I mean, that's the sick part. That's the sick part. Forget the politics. Forget whose side are you on or who you believe or if this guy's mentally there or not. This is what freaking matters. Now, here's the interview with Dylan and Joe Biden. Just that little tidbit. Do you think states should have a right?
I think states should have a right to ban gender-affirming health care.
Again, if you guys have heard me before, I'm still picking on this. How is it healthcare? They're acting like transgenderism, especially with, puberty blockers, like in the adolescence, is like a woman having a C-section so that she or the baby doesn't die. Health, for their health, for both the baby and the mother. How is that health care? It's not health care.
I don't think any.
Health care is when there's something wrong with you health-wise. And you got it, and you're going to cure it or, fix it. Changing your sex, that's a mental dysphoria, gender dysphoria.
State or any.
Okay, they should get help, mental help to deal with it. But the health care, okay, maybe you can fit health care with mental care. Okay, fine. But puberty blockers, cutting organs, cutting sex organs out, whatever. What's the hurry? Why can't they wait till they're 18 years old? The body is still developing. I don't see how a physician could ever stand behind that. And then this guy talks about moral. This guy?
Anybody should have the right to do that. As a moral question.
Everybody should have a right to do it as a moral question, as a legal question. Yeah, you could just make up whatever you want there, Joe. Go ahead. Moral. What's moral about that? What's immoral about it? The moral question and legal question. You're just talking out of your ass.
Question and as a legal question. I just think it's wrong.
Okay, you think it's wrong, and that's your opinion, and I'm okay with that. And I'm not going to ban you or cancel you out, right? I'm not going to bash you, insult you, But
You know, I think I was saying before we started that my son, my deceased son, used to be the Attorney General of the state of Delaware. He passed the broadest.
now, by the way, does anybody think about like how they have no qualms about like, yeah, my kid, you know, we're all in the system. We're all part of the swamp. We've all been a part of the swamp. You know, we're all, you know, and we're gods. It's the modern day aristocrats. It's exactly what you're looking at.
Piece of legislation that he, as Attorney General,
Literally, like Marie Antoinette with the let them eat cake.
Was able to convince the legislature and the governor to sign that dealt with all gender affirming capability. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, sometimes they try to block you from being able to access certain medicines.
Puberty blockers are not medicine. Do we have to be a physician or a doctor or an MD to figure that one out, guys? What do you think? Let me know. Your comments are my fuel. I will read them and I will respond with it, whether it's in the live chat here in a minute or you watch this replay. Again, I support everybody. I love everybody, and everybody should do whatever the F they want, except for when you're hurting other people. This, when you're canceling other people out, aren't you hurting them? Kanye has no feelings?
Being able to access certain procedures and so on. None of that should be available. I mean, you know, no state should be able to do.
I'm looking for that part where she says, or he says, because the people committing suicide in that community is the highest in the country of all deaths. That's impossible. And do you know why I say it's impossible? I mean, we're talking simple math. But again, it's anything they say and anything, and if it's groupthink, then that's facts. No, dude, you're not making me feel like I'm crazy, because I'm not. And I spent a long time and helped a lot of people figure their shit out. So this is gaslighting to such a degree that 1984 is no joke right now. And everyone should be like, enough. Enough. Not bouncing back and forth. No more. No more. You shut up and deal with it. You could speak whatever you want. And it's, because there's a group that agrees with you. Fine. But I can too. That's it. Shut up. Done.
That in my view. So I feel,
like, why can't everybody just stand up and say done? You don't like what I have to say?
Strongly that.
Plug your ears, go away, whatever. Switch the channel wherever it is that you're talking. I respect you, respect me. Live and let live. What happened with that? No, you got to say what I want to say. You still can't stop somebody from thinking. That makes you feel more powerful? Oh.
That you should have every single solitary right, including use of your gender identity bathrooms in public.
Gender identity bathrooms. Okay, so we're going to have a third bathroom. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Is that what he said? Is that what he meant? Did you get that?
Thank you. Thank you. And
oh, thank you. Thank you. Like he's God and he's giving you what you want. And oh, thank you for caring about me. Nobody gives a shit about me. You know, if I can't pay my bills and I go, hey, no, I'm sorry about that. But really? I mean, I'm not saying that nobody gives a shit about me at all. But what I'm saying is like, what I'm saying is that, again, what's happening with the people that are being trafficked every single day? There's more slavery today than ever in history.
it feels like
We're not going to talk about that because we want slaves. You get it? I don't think it takes that much to figure out.
Republicans have turned trans and non-binary people into this thing to blame society's downfall on in some ways.
Nobody's blaming you. You're such a small percentage of the whole world. How are you? Oh my God, the narcissism.
And this narrative is not only dangerous to our mental health, but also our physical safety. And particularly trans women of color are being murdered at an alarming rate.
More than any other group of people.
Thank you. How can Democratic leaders...
And thank you. And thank you. Again, it's like ass kissing to a disgusting degree. Like, let me get the ass wipes out, please.
Be more effective in advocating for us trans people and our families and our lives and our opportunities.
I do advocate, and I have been an advocate for trans, gay, hetero, straight. I mean, people need to be respected and loved and understood, but shove it down my throat. Go ahead. Force me to eat it. Force me. Nothing good ever comes from anybody you force anything to.
I'm not being facetious when I say this, being seen with people like you. No, I mean it. I genuinely mean it.
That's what we need to do.
People fear what they don't know. They fear what they don't know. And
that's pretty decent work for the Bible.
Realize,
let me see.
I mean it. I genuinely mean it. People fear what they don't know. They fear what they don't know.
Wait.
People and our families and our lives and our opportunities.
I'm not being facetious when I say this, being seen with people like you. No, I mean it. I genuinely mean it. People fear what they don't know. They fear what they don't know.
But where's the issue of people? Yeah, they are getting murdered. Sometimes a lot of them also are committing suicide. And you're going to blame it all on society? Again, instead of focusing on healthcare, aka puberty blockers called healthcare, the centers that will help them deal with who they are in this society where they're a minority. There is a way to help them. And yes, educate everybody else that has a hate towards them. But it's funny. Like, again, you think there's some correlation with the more you force something on somebody, the more they retaliate? This is not the way to get people to accept and understand each other.
When people realize, individuals realize, oh, this is what they're telling me to be frightened of. This is the problem. People change their minds. People are just don't know enough to know. And it's not because of intellectual incapability. It's just lack of exposure. And I think that it's really important that
do I care about this person's feelings? Yes. Do I care that they get bullied? Yes. Do I care, but that you get front stage with everyone, so many people starving to death and the wave that's going to be coming very soon with the so-called inflation, which is theft? I mean, why are we having this discussion? Like, well, they're wrong and they're wrong. Very simple. My grocery bill is double. Why? For no good reason. No, I don't care. Don't tell me what you've heard people say. Show it to me. No, they just do whatever they want. Doesn't affect them. And then let's just distract you. My biggest point is you're not helping. So those who are canceling Kanye, you're not helping the situation. If you feel better about yourself, you're not helping. Nope. So you're very mistaken and partly delusional. Same with this situation. Same thing. That's not helping that community. And I stand my ground. I've worked with them. I've been an advocate for many of them for years. I can tell you, I put, my money where my mouth is, vice versa. I've done it. This is not the way to do it. This is bullshit. This is just cheap entertainment. And it's sick. It's sick. It's very sick. And people are going to lose their mind the more they have to believe in what they naturally don't agree or believe in. Or to believe a lie is the truth. So, but yeah, there are people out there, a lot, that want us all out of the way because we're really just eaters. I get it. The elites have always been this way since the beginning of time. Okay. I don't know how, as you can see, it took me a while to get that whole Kanye thing. I think I made my point. And anything more you see in the news about that issue, again, if we don't pay attention to it, people don't buy Star Magazine, the paparazzi wouldn't be doing what they're doing. So we're all part of this. Except for you wonderful viewers and audience members and subscribers. Can't wait to read your texts. Who I missed? What's going on? Hey, Jeff. Disgusting. Jeff Prater, which part? I mean, again, I accept you. We don't have to agree. But I love that there's a space where you can say what you think. If you're nasty, I always say that, right, guys? I always say this. I want all of you, the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, if you're really nasty and you're trolling, then you're going to get blocked. That's all. You're not welcome here. That's all. But to be yourself? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jeff. Gender dysphoria is real. Jeff Prater. Lena's, welcome. And welcome, Jeff, too. Biden genuinely means it. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to say that. Oh, I know, too late. You said it for me. That was awesome. I agree with you. And I wanted to say that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're literally doing what they like, what they're into. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting the world to stop treating these people like they're, diseased or bad or you know what I mean? Or infectious. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should be treated like anybody else. But then at the same time, they can't ask people to stop believing what they believe in. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, I think I'm a woman, but I'm a biological male, and I would love for you to agree with me. Well, I don't, but I still love you, and I still think you deserve a life like everybody else. You know what I mean? No, you hurt me. You're supposed to agree with me. I mean, we're just not helping. It's just not the solution. And again, where's everybody in my sphere of coaching and empowerment and wellness? Do you see anybody talking about this? No. Because they don't really give a shit. They got the solutions for you, but they don't really care. Because you know what matters? Their paycheck, their well-being, their status. And I don't blame them. That's human nature to survive. Me? I can't. I'm not acting like I'm a saint. You know, I'm very aware of that I'm a sinner. That I should be. I try at least. I strive to be just the best person I can be. And every day that I could be better than I was yesterday. And that's a lot, I think. Hey, one day I wake up and I become so good that I become a saint. That would never happen. Because if a saint is somebody who doesn't curse, I don't want to be a saint. I love my big ass mouth. And that's the thing. Like, this is so deep for me. This is so much in my heart from my whole life, being told to shut up. Because the way I talked wasn't the way a woman should talk, or a girl should talk, or whatever, or a Spanish woman, or whatever, or an educated woman, a teacher. Every time you should say this, you shouldn't say this. You should say this, you shouldn't say this. That's been what I remember hearing from the day I can remember. So this is not about me defending a group or Kanye or not defending the group. This is about back off. Because I don't think the only reason you're even beating somebody up for what they say or think or feel is because you can't handle your own shit. At least I faced it. To the point that I'm here on this platform talking to you guys this way. Remember? Hands off, raw and real, uncensored Olga. And yeah, I will be going to Rumble, doing the lives and being really real. Anyway, guys, much love. I hope I didn't miss... Because I feel like I didn't expect a lot of, let me see. Okay, William, I'm trying to go back to see if I don't want to miss any of your comments, but sometimes I want to make sure that I'm not talking about your comments in the conversation to each other. But William Grissom, cancel culture has literally ruined a generation. Yes. We live in a time where freedom of speech is no longer protected but attacked. I don't agree with all of Ye's opinions, but he has the right to say it! Exclamation. Exactly. See, to me, it just sounds like either A, you're a good person, And you're also probably strong to say something like that. So those who think the virtual signaling, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You know what you're telling me? You're not strong. Do you really want to be known that way? But yes, nobody's told you that. Makes you brave to be virtual signaling. Makes you like, oh, look. Yeah. Yeah. Without your group, you would not be that brave. What's this? Chucky, just saying. You got your AOC down pat, Olga Ree. I hope I did that right. Smiley face. I freaking adore you guys. You're the freaking best. I gotta go. I passed my time. To be continued. Oh, God. What's this? I don't want to go. Truth. Jeff Prater. Truth. Love the sailor talk. Seems real. Yes, thank you. Hello, did you know? I did grow up in the military. My dad was in the Navy. But that's not, my siblings are nothing like me. They're all looking at me like, who'd you come from? Oh, it is what it is. I have 6 kids and groceries. Oh, wow, William. And groceries are getting to a point we're having to change the way we eat in order to afford to feed our children. Yes, absolutely. I totally understand. And in fact, I'm doing the same because I'm already waiting for the wave of not having stuff available. So I feel you. I'm making changes myself. Yeah. William, much love for all of you. I admire you. I adore you. Thank you for all your support, your comments, for sharing this video. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Smash subscribe. I know I didn't mean to be going on with this whole banner, but I feel like if I forget to say it, keeps you guys kind of busy too, because I just can't get enough of you and your comments. Until next time, much love, many blessings, and I'll talk to you soon.